For days leading up to the official opening of the Sir Bobby Robson Cancer Trials Research Center, the great man himself had been adamant he would not be delivered. He knew, as did those around him, that he was not well and the cancer he had bravely fought for so long was sadly taken. But with a room filled with famous names of the beautiful game such as Alan Shearer and Fabio Capello, Sir Bobby pulled a prepared speech. I said to him, "Is that the speech you're not giving?" Professor Ruth Plummer, who runs the Sir Bobby Robson Foundation, recalls, and he replied, "Yeah, this is the speech I'm not." It was a speech filled with humor, gratitude and also a message of determination that the center and its staff, no matter how long it takes, will. The opening of the center was the end of a chapter which had seen those in the Northeast and further afield take up a remarkable fundraising drive and saw Sir Bobby's initial aim of £500,000 smashed. As he thanked Joe Public for their donations, Sir Bobby was beginning the new chapter for the foundation, one that is continuing to unite people 12 years. For his son, Mark, it was the laughter of the speech which stood out. His sense of humor, his strength to be there and his willingness to give a speech because he clearly was. He never showed that, he was such a strong person. You look at that speech he gave, it was full of humor, smiles and laughter in the background, so it was a great start really. People probably saw Dad and probably thought gosh, Has not well, but he didn't worry about that, he just wanted to get things going, get the foundation up and running and help up. The speech went on and those in the room were hooked. Professor Plummer and Liz Luff, the foundation's head of PR, had urged Sir Bobby not to go on too long, to conserve his energy and not to tire himself out. But Sir Bobby, as always with an audience in the palm of his hand, was in. At one point, he looks across to Alan Shearer, Liz recalls. And he says, "This is going on like one of my team talks, isn't it?" Shearer, speaking for Chronicle Live's documentary on the Sir Bobby Robson Foundation back in 2019, fondly remembered, "Yeah, it was one of his team talks that went on for ages. He laughed when he knew what he's saying, what he wanted, but I don't think himself would have thought it's achieved what it has and it will continue to get bigger." It was an amazing show of strength by Sir Bobby, who 2 days previously had celebrated his 76th birthday but was clearly very. Professor Plummer and Liz wheeled out a birthday cake, much to Sir Bobby's. The football corridor which leads you to the center of the Freeman Hospital has pictures from this day on the wall. Liz adds, "The reason Hes pulling that face is that Hes just walked in, and it's a couple of days after his birthday, so we had a cake and everyone had to sing happy birthday. He wasn't expecting that, it was a surprise." From a personal perspective, can you see how many people were there? Somebody had to start the singing. I was standing in there and no one was singing, then eventually and everyone joined. I can't sing, it was dreadful. Sir Bobby loved that. That was Professor Plummer adds, "There was slight horror when we lit the candles on the cake. We were just hoping that the fire alarms were not where we had the cake in the new unit because we would have been in trouble." The foundation is continuing the search for treatment 12 years on, and it's a good chance Sir Bobby Robson would find it difficult to believe that more than £13 million has been raised in his name. Back on that day, 20th of February 2009, Terry's the feeling that Sir Bobby knew his time was drawing to a close, but he was determined to do everything he could to leave a lasting legacy in the fight against cancer. "I think he finished his speech," Liz recalls, "with something like, 'I wish this center and the people in it, all the luck.' The way he said it with such serenity and such finality, I don't know how else to put it, because he knew he wasn't going to. He knew he had a limited time at that point, and for him to have done all the things that he did with this foundation and to leave us with such a legacy through it. And to do all this when he could have been forgiven for just sitting back and enjoying his grandkids and the end of his. But to have done all of that, wow, that is incredible."